Drew and Stu are on the air.
Ready? Right.
Whether you're fading with Drew or riding with Cam, this is the place to get your weekly NFL picks. Presented by Sports Interaction, Canada's sportsbook.
Everything you got, let's go.
Hello and welcome to week 12 of the Drew and Stu podcast. I'm Drew Livingstone, that's Cam Stewart, and we had a pretty good week last week, Cam. You were 9-5, you won the week. Our best bets were both 2-1. The Philadelphia Eagles
Wasn't it 9-4?
No, there was 14.
Loss?
There was 14 games, Cam.
Oh, it's 10-4, right? Anyway,
whatever. You're 9-5, okay? Anyways, the Philadelphia Eagles let me down. I was a confident guy. You called me out for it. You said I was way too confident. What a joke. Jeff Saturday able to cover against that team. They should have won. The Colts should have won that game.
I know. This is the thing. These guys are beating people. They beat the Raiders, and they should have beat the Eagles. That's the thing. Eagles are starting to come down to earth a little bit, Drew. But that's the thing when I tell you in Bagman, I go, I'm never confident about anything. It's better to approach everything from a scared situation. You'll be happier if things don't work out.
Yeah, and there was a few backdoor covers. We saw the Cleveland Browns backdoor cover against Buffalo, of course.
Of course.
On Bill's side, I was like, really, they're going to score this, and then they kicked the extra point instead of going for 2, like a normal team would.
We got a bad line. That line went down to 7.5 by game time, right?
The 8.5 killed us.
We tape these things early, so guys, point here, point there, whatever. If it's around the numbers, sometimes we're getting better numbers, but we do this thing early because that's what we do, Drew. We're efficient.
And it doesn't matter sometimes that we told the public, get off of Minnesota, because we told them Dallas was coming.
And play of the week.
We were on the right side there. All right, let's get into Thanksgiving, Cam. The Bills going to Detroit, or their second home away from home, Ford Field, to take on the Lions. 9.5-point road favorites on Thanksgiving. We've seen Josh Allen and the Bills win back-to-back Thanksgiving days, cover back-to-back Thanksgiving games. Do they get back on track? Does the offense wake up against this Lions defense? Where are you going?
How about you start, Drew? It's like two of my friends are beating each other up. Buffalo Bill and Larry the Lion. I love both of these teams, buddy. You start this one, and I'll tell you, I'm torn.
All right, so I do think the Bills offense wakes up. You can't struggle against the Lions defense. If you do, you're not a contender at all. So that's what I think is going to happen. The only thing is, I think the back door is so wide open because the Bills have so many injuries on their defense. So I'm going to take the Lions plus 9.5. I wouldn't be shocked if the Bills win this game by 30. But the back door is so wide open, I have to take the Lions.
I agree. Like, say Buffalo's up 13-16. Detroit gets a touchdown late, loses by 9. We win by the hook. It's 9.5 right now. Here's the deal, Drew. I agree with everything that you said there. That was a good assessment. Buffalo should murder these guys, but the thing is, Detroit's going to score. Maybe next year we do sides and totals, because I don't care if it's 54.5. I tease Buffalo in a teaser or Detroit in a teaser to the over, and I think this game middles. That's what I would do with it. But I'm going to take the Detroit Lions too, all because of the back door. I think they literally lose this game by 8 or 9 points, and we're getting 9.5.
Thanksgiving games have a habit of middling, Cam. It's weird. Every year you'll see at least 2 to the 3 teasers hit both sides. So yeah, I agree. You could tease it. What did you do? 7-point teaser? Tease it up to 16.5?
Well, think about this. You get Buffalo minus 2.5 over 47.5, or Detroit plus 16.5 over 47.5. I think both of them hit.
Yep, fair enough. So we both agree it's going to go over the total, I think, because both defenses are struggling, as you say.
Struggling.
All right, the Giants, Cam, going to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. The Cowboys, perennial Thanksgiving team, struggled recently on recent Thanksgiving games, though. Do you like the Giants here? You can start. 9.5-point favorites for Dallas.
I will. I find this interesting too. ATS records exactly the same. Giants 7-3, Dallas 7-3, Dallas 4-1, covering the spread at home. Giants 2-1 on the road. That's pretty good. Here's the thing: it's a little bit of an overreaction. We love Dallas. It was our favorite game of the week last week. So once in a while, for all the hate, we'll give ourselves the Barry Horowitz. I hammered that game, Drew. I wish I went even more. I had a feeling that Dallas was going to murder Minnesota. Here's the thing: styles make fights, as I said. And one thing that Danny Dimes can do instead of Cousins is run. So Dallas can bring these blitz attacks. And I'll tell you something, Jones and the Giants are going to have some packages for this. I see the dog in this game. I think Dallas wins, but I think the Giants cover 9. No, sorry. Dallas wins. Giants cover. I think Dallas literally wins by under a touchdown. I think the Giants are in this game the whole damn way.
Yeah, Cam, I'll be on your side again here. I just think it's too many points. Everyone saw Dallas absolutely slaughter Minnesota, and they're going to be like 9.5.
Overreaction.
Guys. Yeah. I think you're giving me Brian Dable's offense on a short week. It's going to be tougher for them to stop than Minnesota's attack. Even though the Giants do have a lot of injuries, that worries me. Their receiving core is absolutely nobody anymore with Robinson out for the year.
It's true.
So it's going to be a large dose of Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones running the football. So yeah, but I will take the Giants. Again, the back door will be wide open. Even though Minnesota couldn't even score a touchdown in the game. It was so embarrassing. All right, so we're both on New York. The final game of the Thanksgiving slate, Cam, the New England Patriots coming off probably the best defensive performance of the season, holding the Jets to 3 points and only 9 completions, going to Minnesota to take on the Vikings, who are only 2.5-point favorites at home, just 2 losses on the season. This feels like Vegas is trying to trap us, Cam. Are you falling for the trap?
Here's the thing. We've been pretty good with Minnesota this year. I think they might actually win this game by like 1. The spread's 2.5. It's one of those ones that it's going to be right around the number. So when you're thinking a game's going to be very close, you have to take the dog. Listen, New England's defense is amazing. And one thing Minnesota doesn't have is a good defense. They were exposed against Dallas. I think there's a lot of weakness there in the secondary. Listen, New England doesn't.
Can
like
Mac Jones take advantage, though?
Well, that's the whole problem. These guys won on a punt return. Mac Jones and the offense did nothing in this game. I don't know. What is it, Drew? First team to like 17 wins. I know the total's low, but you know what? I'm going to take New England, hold my breath. I don't like cheering for this team, but I have a feeling literally if Minnesota wins, they might win on a last-second field goal. I wish I got 3. Some places 3, but we got 2.5, correct?
Yeah, we got 2.5.
Yeah, I'll still take New England, but I don't like the game. What do you got?
Yeah, I'm going to take Minnesota. I'm falling for the trap. I usually love New England in these spots. I usually love going against the public in these spots. And primetime Kirk Cousins, we've been over this multiple times. Just when he's under the lights, just something goes wrong. It's something, there's a wire that comes loose and he just forgets how to play football. But it's 2.5 points. And like, isn't Minnesota the better football team? If you have to win by less than a field goal, I feel like I should just pick the better football team, which is what I'm going to do. So give me Minnesota. So our first tiebreak of Thanksgiving and mystery tiebreaker man is on the Vikings with me.
Of course he is. Yeah.
Public tiebreaker man. As usual.
Yes, as usual. We love public tiebreaker, man. But here's the thing, Drew. You know how hard it pains me to take New England? Like, I want Minnesota to win, but I'm going to take New England just because this game smells like rotten fish, not turkey.
It smells like Vegas is like, give us your money, bet on Minnesota. It's the prime time
Feels
game.
like a trap.
Yeah. Okay, before we get into the regular slate, Cam, let's talk a little Thanksgiving. Give me your favorite side dish and why.
Oh, it's not even close. Mashed potatoes and gravy, take the bronze. Sorry, the gold. If we're gonna, I love mashed potatoes and gravy. Like what sides
do you do the sour cream in the mashed potatoes to mix it to add the flavor?
I do cream and butter, and I have added sour cream before. That's a good tip, Drew. If your potatoes are too dry or you need to liquefy them, use sour cream instead. It gives them that nice little flavor. You can add like bacon, chives, cheddar cheese, like, you know what I mean? Just any sides with potatoes. I love scallop potatoes, mashed potatoes.
You're making me hungry.
Any type of carbs. Oh yeah, I want to drink a vat of gravy right now. Glug, glug, glug. Anyway, I always celebrate both Thanksgiving. So when me and Gabe are doing our show, Drew, I'll have a bird in the oven. It's actually hilarious. We're working that night before, and we're doing the Detroit Buffalo game. He's Buffalo Bill. I'm Larry Lyon, kind of like me and you. But we love both teams. It's going to be hard to watch our children kill each other on Thanksgiving.
So you just said the mashed potatoes and the gold.
Yes.
What's your silver then? Is it sweet potato, or do you just go
sweet
Brussels
potatoes?
sprouts,
I'm
broccoli?
not down. Here's another thing. If I make mashed potato, I don't understand this sweet potatoes crap. Like yams, they suck. That's just my opinion.
Come on.
Oh, whatever, Drew. I don't know if it's a millennial thing, like older people. I don't know. I don't like yams. I think if I want sugar, I'll have a Snickers bar or a Kit Kat or something. I don't need sugar in my potatoes. But I will say this: my backup, mac and cheese. I'll go with mac. If you want to really get gluttonous, I will take the mashed potatoes and gravy, mac and cheese. And I guess we have to have a vegetable for bronze, but I don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, potatoes is a vegetable. When you corn,
can I make hot buns and butter with my bronze too?
Oh,
just
there you
everything
go.
carb.
Just love the carbs, eh?
Yeah. I just
what about sweet potato pie? I know you don't like.
I don't mind sweet potato. Actually, sorry. Thank you, Drew, for reminding me. My favorite thing. People like pumpkin. I'm a pecan pie man. I love pecan pie with a scoop of vanilla. See, there we go. I'll make mashed potatoes and gravy, pecan pie silver, and mac and cheese bronze. That's my Thanksgiving. And obviously, turkey covers all minerals.
Yeah, fair. I mean, a dark meat though, right? No white meat nonsense.
I like both. I like to combine both.
Fair, but if you had to pick,
this guy.
If you had to pick,
what are you, my
it's against the
lawyer?
spread. It's against the spread. White meat or dark meat?
This guy, dark meat. Dark meat doesn't need gravy. I like the nice white meat with the gravy. You get my drift?
Fair. White meat's just too dry for me. I like the juiciness of the dark meat.
That's why you douse it with gravy, right?
Yeah, I guess. I'm just saying, if I had to pick, if the plate's in front of me and I gotta grab,
greens, I'll collard greens, broccoli. I guess I have to have a vegetable.
I'm a Brussels sprouts with bacon bits guy in the oven.
You know what? I don't even mind. You know what? Brussels sprouts with bacon bits. If you're going to eat Brussels sprouts, have bacon with them. Agreed.
Yeah. Make them unhealthy if you want to eat healthy, is what we're saying.
Ding dong.
All right, moving on, Cam. Let's go to Sunday. Denver. Actually, before we get into, just remind the viewers, we are available now on Spotify, Google Play, everywhere you find your podcast. Please download, listen, rate, review, give us 5 stars, give us 1 star. Just go rate and review the show on audio. Don't give us 1 star.
We want to keep on doing this. With too many 1 stars, we're going to get fired. So be fair.
But please rate and review our podcast on all the platforms you find them. And once again, all of these lines are powered by Sports Interaction, Ontario only, 19 plus. Please play responsibly. Now, let's get into the Sunday slate, Cam. The Denver Broncos going to Carolina.
This game's giving me
Russell Wilson still 5 touchdown passes away from matching his total bathrooms in his house. Did you see that? He has 12 toilets in his house.
You know what? You should start reading the playbook because the excuses are running thin. Like, I know he's also been running around.
How is Hackett still have a job, though?
Nathaniel Hackett, as you know, Drew, being a Bills guy, I don't like to cut up people like this, but Jeff Saturday has no NFL experience, and I would take him over Nate Hackett like any day.
It's not even close.
No, it's not even close. And that's the thing. It's not even close. Denver is a horrible game plan. Russell Wilson leaves the pocket too early. That Seattle saw something with him. And I told you this a long time ago. I'll give myself a little bit of credit because I said there's a problem with Russell Wilson. It exists. He misses guys, he gets rattled, and he takes off too early. He just won't stand in the pocket and take beats anymore. I get it. You're getting older. This game stinks, but here's one thing I know. Carolina hung with Baltimore in that game. Their defense is good. If they get, literally, Drew, if Carolina gets 14 points in this game,
I want them to win that game so bad, yeah.
I'm taking Carolina. Give me the Panther. You know me, Pat Panther. Lions and Panthers. I'm a cat guy, even though my mom has a dog. I like the cats. You taking Denver?
I don't know, Cam. This game's like I will not be touching this game with any of my money.
I got an idea. I think we should be able to pass on a couple games, a game show,
because people want to know. People want to know our opinion and why.
You want to bet the Denver Carolina game with a gun to your head? Give me Carolina. This game, if this is not like, how hard is this game? Like, it's not easy. Under.
Yeah, and do we know who? We don't even know yet who's starting at quarterback for Carolina.
We don't.
But I will take the Broncos because I'm just a glutton for punishment, Cam. Every time I bet on the Broncos, they lose.
Denver's going to probably win this week. I just can't bet them.
No, will they win this week? Are you sure?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. You love your cats and you love your home underdogs, and that usually pays off. All right, mystery tiebreaker man is on the Broncos as well. Surprisingly, going against the public in this one.
Yes. What is the public on Carolina?
Yeah, 54%.
Oh, I'm doomed. What's next?
It's like 50-50 though. That's nothing.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, moving on. Tom Brady coming off a bye, going to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Surprisingly, only 3.5-point favorites. Undefeated since his divorce. Does he keep that train rolling, Cam? Tampa's defense pretty good against the run. And Cleveland, that's pretty much all they can do. This is the last week without Deshaun Watson. If you want me to start, I'm going Tampa here. I think the boys are ready for the return of Watson to the lineup, and I think they struggle in this one and lose this game like something like 24-17, and that would cover the number for Tampa.
Drew, I'm going to tell you again, like, these games are not fun. They're not easy. I don't want to take Tampa Bay. You know what? I said I'd never do this again. The Cleveland Browns have literally, if they didn't exist in the league, I'd have so much more money in my pocket. But you know what? I'm not betting on the Bucks. The line has gone from 3 to 3.5. Nobody's on Cleveland. You know what? Jacoby Brissett's last hurrah. Maybe they grind for him. Maybe lose a heartbreaker by a field goal. I get the hook. It's going to be a very tight game, surprisingly tight. I don't think this game is as easy as people think. I'll take Cleveland.
No, I think it looks like Tampa has woken up, Cam.
I know. Oh, I know. I am quite aware. I know.
And like, if they were legit the Buccaneers from last season, this line's probably 9.5. Like, it's not 3.5. So I think we're getting some weird points. So yeah, I'm not with you, but mystery tiebreaker man is with you on the Browns. Surprisingly.
Interesting.
Going against the public again. I guess this is the trap. Cleveland's made us some money this year. They disappointed us last week and the week before. Maybe they don't disappoint you this week. We'll see. The Ravens, we both were on them as heavy favorites against Carolina. Oh, sorry, no, you weren't. I was. And the Ravens going against your home dog Cats again. The Jaguars, only 4-point favorites on the road. Can Lamar Jackson and the Ravens offense get back on track and cover a small number, Cam?
No, you know what now? I am I saying this that Baltimore, they're 7-3. They don't feel like a 7-3 team to me. Like everyone's like, oh, they're getting better. I don't think Baltimore's great. I don't. Like,
I mean, they don't really have weapons. Like their number one receiver is
Andrews
Robinson.
is awesome, but he's still a little bit banged up. Here's the deal: Jacksonville's had like time to get ready for this game. I think Trevor Lawrence can finally figure it out. You're wearing your Clemson shirt; it's a sign. Even though the Clemson Tigers have had a pretty rough year in their standards,
one loss, it was bad loss.
Yeah, it was bad loss. You can't lose to Notre Dame. Give me Jacksonville +4, and I love the fact that everybody and their mother's on Baltimore too. I think the Jags can win this game outright.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with you, Cam. I think this is the chance for Harbaugh to flex his muscle, going to a nice Florida weather where Lamar Jackson can let his legs loose. I think they win this game by like 25, 30 points. Like I think it's just I think it's an absolute slaughter. And Mystery Tiebreak Man's with me on the Ravens, surprisingly, and so is 71% of the public, which I don't like because the home cats like to cover. And it's you'd think this line will probably be what, 6 by Sunday, based on the way the public's betting.
6 is a little bit high. It might be on a dead number around 5.5. 6 kind of makes it more.
That's true.
The books might have some liability with Jacksonville, 2 field goals, but yeah, I would see a 5.5 by game time for Jacksonville. I'll still take it at 4.
Yeah. So if you like the Ravens, though, bet it now is what we're saying. All right. The Miami Dolphins coming off a bye, hosting the Houston Texans. Cam, I won't lie, I'm very impressed with the Miami Dolphins coaching staff and Mike McDaniels. I didn't think they were going to be this good coming into the year. But I guess when you have the 2 fastest receivers in football, it's pretty easy to coach an offense. They're hosting the Texans, 12.5-point favorites. This should be a rout. Like, explain to me how Davis Mills can keep this game close. I just don't see it.
And the way they played against Washington at home, it felt like they were tanking. We'll get to know this week. I want to take the points. This game, I don't know who's going to bet on Houston. Like anybody who's sane. I'm insane, and I bet some stupid games, but I don't want to take Houston. It's Miami or nothing, but I'm going to look at the way the line's already got up. Opens 11, closes. This line will probably close 13.5, 14. We're getting 12.5 with Miami. Give me Miami, the fish. And I'll tell you one thing, Drew, their season's win total, it was 8.5, 2 more wins than they're there. I have a big play at the start of the year on Miami with that. So I'm looking forward to that. As for the Texans, they'll probably end up the worst team in the National Football League. They reek.
Yeah, and we were both on the Texans last week, and it's like they just didn't show up, like you said. Like something was off in that game. They just got absolutely smoked.
I got to send you something. I had a 10-game parlay that paid $8,600. I went 9 out of 10.
God. And that was Houston that killed it.
Yep.
I mean,
so out of spite, I hate these guys and I can't take them. And now what they're going to do, they'll cover this week to kick me in the nuts twice. I
will say, at least it was like you knew
it was early. I couldn't. No. It's awful. It was early because if it was 4 o'clock, I could have hedged out.
I just meant like at least you knew you lost already right off the bat. Like you didn't have to like.
I actually didn't. I checked my account and looked at it and went, "Wow, I went 9 out of 10 on a parlay. That $8,600. I almost like started crying." But anyway, Miami.
Yeah, we're both on Miami. All right, moving on. So the Chicago Bears. This Justin Fields injury is really fishy there because we're seeing reports that like, oh, they don't know he may play this week, but his season may be over. So like, which one is it? Is he playing this week or is his season over? So
who's starting for the Jets too? Zach Wilson. The team
they can't start Zach Wilson. This guy didn't take any accountability. You see the star quarterback say, "Oh, this is on me. This is on me."
Is it Flacco?
No, it might be Mike White, right?
Like honestly, the Bears have no defense. I think either guy will be fine, right? It feels like
I love the Jets in the spot no matter.
You know what? I do too, Drew. And you know I'd be on the Bears like 99% of the time. It says the line's off now. It's open.
I got 4.5.
Okay, 4.5 for the Jets. I wish it was off, so we just need a winner. Give me the Jets. I think they win the game by 10 points and cover.
Yeah, I think especially if Fields is out, like the Chicago offense is not very dynamic. They just have one play. It's running with the quarterback and making him move out of the pocket to throw some wide open passes. We've seen him miss Mooney open for like a 60-yard touchdown wide open. I don't think he plays if they're worried about his season being over. And you can't play Zach Wilson when they have less completions than punts in a football game. And then you ask the kid after the game, "Do you feel bad for the defense?" "Oh, nope. It's not my fault." It's immature.
Zach Wilson has a problem. He's lost the room at the team, and Robert Salah has to start somebody else.
Oh, if Salah starts Zach Wilson, he's telling the team like, "I don't give a shit about any of your opinions."
No, the thing is, I actually think Flacco, it's fine because the Bears pose no threat anymore. They've traded all their pass rushers. If you give Flacco any type of time, he'll murder these guys. He's a veteran quarterback. It's kind of like Colt McCoy. people, that wasn't his fault that Arizona lost to guy
no.
like Connor balls off his hands, whatever. He played fine. These veteran guys know how to get it around. They're not, I know he's statuesque, but the thing is, if you give him any time, he'll shred the Bears.
And the Jets defense is very, very good. So
I can't see
how it's scoring. So yeah, we're both on the Jets. Might be in my mineral picks. We'll see.
Me too.
All right, moving on. The Titans hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. Battle of two AFC favorites or teams expected to be competing for the AFC Championship. Cam, Bengals 1.5 point road favorites. I love this. I know it's bad for me to be confident, but I love the Titans in this spot. You're giving me the Tennessee Titans, who are 7-3 as home dogs. All they do is run the football. The Bengals could barely beat the Steelers, Cam, both times this year. Yeah, so give me the Titans.
Say you're more confident. Say you're more confident. Say
no, because then you're going to go
Tennessee can't lose. I'm on Cincy. I don't care what anybody says. Here's the thing about Tennessee. I got on them with Green Bay. We both did. You agree? You had Tennessee against Green Bay too. Betting against Tennessee, I think is stupid.
Yeah.
But I'm a stupid guy. And I'm going to take the Bengals because you know what? This is a spot for them. This is the thing. Look at the reverse line. So what are they now? Tennessee
plus 1.5. Yeah.
1.5. I think Cincinnati wins this game by 4. It's a real slugfest. And the Bengals, they pulled away from Pittsburgh in that game. I'm not going to say they played great. They didn't. I will say this, but Tennessee, they can't continue to get this pace just every single week. It's unbelievable, actually. I'm calling their bluff this week. Give me Cincinnati to add to my cats. That's a Jaguar, a Panther, and a Bengal. What I usually do.
I don't trust the Cincinnati offense or defense, Cam. It's just like it's something off this year. It just doesn't look right.
Oh,
they're not dynamic.
They're missing Jamar Chase. It changes everything.
Well, Chase is back. Apparently Chase will be back. Joe Mixon might be out though.
Who cares? It's Joe Mixon. I don't care. Had 5 touchdowns in one game. Who cares? What has he done the rest of the games?
People like to hate on Ryan Tannehill, Cam. All he does is win.
No, I like Tannehill.
7-1 with him in the lineup. So I think
hate on him.
I think Titans can win this game, so I have to take them. All right, mystery tiebreaker man is on. What do you think? Let's see.
Tennessee.
Correct. He is with the public on Tennessee, with me on Tennessee.
This game's getting ridiculous. What are we doing next?
All right. Atlanta going to Washington to take on the Commanders. The Commanders are 4.5 point favorites. The public is betting on Washington. Everyone saw them smoke Houston. Atlanta should have won that game pretty easily against Chicago. Or sorry, they should have lost that game if it wasn't for the kickoff return touchdown by Cordero Patterson.
I like Atlanta. I like Atlanta.
I like Atlanta in the spot too. I think
this is the week. Washington. We were day late, dollar short. Houston basically tanked. They looked like they didn't care in that game. This is the week. The line's gone from 3 to 4.5. People think it's easy. Heineken, Muffler, whatever you want to call him, a nice cold Heineke. This is the week. Atlanta surprises. This game turns into a dogfight. And if the Falcons lose, they'll lose between 1 and 4. That hook is huge. Give me Frank Falcon.
I think Atlanta can win this game outright, Cam.
So do I.
I think they're very live in this football game. No Kyle Pitts is a big injury, but they don't throw to hit anyway.
They'll mix it around.
Mariota doesn't throw to anyone anyway.
He doesn't throw to Pitts. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we're both on Atlanta. Easy game. Moving on. The Chargers. Yeah, not easy, but it was easy for us.
Yes.
The Chargers going to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Kyler Murray expected back, but like we never know with him since Call of Duty's out. He's just staying home. The Chargers 4 point favorites on the road. They got screwed against KC. They should have won that football game, Cam, on Sunday night. I just don't know what their head coach is doing. He just all of a sudden doesn't want to go for it on 4th downs. Like he's known for going on 4th downs.
All these so-called geniuses, Stefanski and Staley, are actually the dumbest guys. I'd have Jeff Saturday in my room, like over these nerd guys. Hey guys, the thing is, the game is not played on a computer screen. It's played with human beings.
Yes.
Like that's the thing about people who've never played sports before. It's like, my model tells me. I don't care what your model says. You need the eye test too. I'm not saying don't take information in. That's very important, but make it a broad scope. Look at everything. Give me the damn lightning bolts. Laying points on the road with the Chargers is a recipe for losing my house, but I will do it anyway. High voltage. Finally, they get the last touchdown and maybe win by a touchdown as the game's tied. Don't settle for a field goal. Bolts by 7.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you, Cam, on Chargers. I can't bet on Arizona ever. Been over that multiple times this season. I was upset because Staley is known for going on 4th down. They had 2 4th down plays where they're just like, nah, let's punt it. Let's give Mahomes a minute and 45 seconds to come back and try and win this game. And then the hold on 3rd down to save the Chiefs, that was nice and convenient at the end of the game, Cam?
Yeah. No, honestly, I had the Chargers in that game, but you guys got to be better than that. All you do, like the Bills learn, like the Chiefs, you give them 14 seconds, they'll screw you. You got to manage the clock a little bit.
Can't give Mahomes 2 minutes.
Be smarter. And another thing Mahomes is, I'm starting to get sick of, this guy works referees like Brady. That's why Josh Allen never gets calls, because he just kind of like takes his hits and doesn't complain and bitch. I'm not taking anything away from Patrick Mahomes, but these referees, slow down. The guy's actually taking a page out of Brady's book, and he gets calls after he bitches all the time. It really pisses me off.
Yeah, and they are going to be some weapons short in KC. We'll get to them in a second. All right, the Raiders, Cam, coming off a walk-off touchdown against the Broncos. Devontae Adams just wide open for some reason. They're going to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. Seahawks 3.5-point favorites at home. Is this the new look Raiders that are able to win football games, or do you believe Seattle bounces back after that terrible performance in Germany?
This game's actually, I hate to say it, my instinct's telling me to take the Raiders, but I can't do it. I was on the Raiders last week. The line is 3.5. I wish the game was actually in Vegas and it was like more like 1, because I think Seattle can do some damage at home. Even though they're good at home, let's not lie. They're 3-1 at home, 3-1 against the spread at home. But something tells me, Drew, they might win by 3 or 4, and the line is 3.5. I'll take Seattle, but I'm not going to tell you I love it. I think the Raiders bring their A game again.
Cam, I don't know. Like, can you trust the Raiders? Like, they
can you trust Seattle? I don't know.
Well, I mean, before the Tampa game, we all trusted Seattle.
Yeah,
so, like, one bad game, we're off the wagon.
Exactly.
Already?
No, I'm on the way. I'm still on the wagon. They're my team. They got to find a way.
I'll go with Seattle. I know Devontae will be tough to stop, but I just don't see the Raiders being able to slow down Seattle's offense coming off a bye. I think they bounce back. The pass rush isn't really there in Vegas like it is in Tampa, so Gino will have more time. And I think Seattle can win this game by 10 points. The Raiders aren't the real deal. Josh McDaniels is one of the worst coaches in football. We know that.
I agree.
He'll find a way to screw this up. I mean, he's lucky he was facing Nathaniel Hackett on Sunday. Otherwise, they would have lost that game.
Yeah, Battle of the Stooges. Anyway,
all right, the Chiefs.
So we're both on Seattle? Okay.
Yes,
Chiefs,
we're both on Seattle. The Chiefs hosting the Rams, Cam. The Chiefs 14.5-point favorites. The Chiefs have yet to cover a game at home. They're 0-4-1 against the spread at home. You tell me why the Chiefs can cover 14.5 points. Stafford probably out again.
I don't care who starts. It doesn't matter. Get McVay under center. Who cares? Well, John Wolford, Stafford, he's in concussion protocol. God, if this is 13.5 even, how do I bet on the Rams? You tell me how I take the Rams. Can you tell me?
Just because the Chiefs don't cover. I mean, that's the only
reason.
They
don't cover, but you know what? I'm going to lay 14.5 with the Chiefs, and God, I'm in it.
Cam, you feeling okay? You never lay 4 over 14.
I'm not feeling well, actually. It's been a rough go of it. Anyway, I had a good week last week betting, but I'm dealing with other stuff here. It's anyway, who cares about my problems?
All right.
Kansas City minus 14.5.
So Cam is going with the Chiefs.
I don't know why, Drew. I can't bet the Rams. They suck.
I know. I'm just thinking in my head.
But the Chiefs
trying to picture
don't
how the
Chiefs. If they still had Tyreek Hill and the fast strike offense, they'd win this game by like 30. Maybe they win. You know what? They'll win between probably 10 and 17. And the I'm
trying to picture how the Rams score enough to keep up with the Chiefs. The Chiefs probably score 27. So you need the Rams to score.
I think the Rams score 13. Chiefs by 18. Done. That's my prediction. 31-13.
You convinced me. I don't like it. I think the Rams will be the right side, but we're both.
Buddy, this week is like making me sick. Like I don't feel good.
It's not as bad as some recent weeks.
Though. You'll see. Pretty bad. Well, you'll come talk to me the next tape and go, oh man, we go. Those are tough ones.
All right. The Saints going to San Fran Cam to take on the 49ers. The 49ers are 9.5-point favorites. We saw them blow the Cards on Monday Night Football. We saw the Saints pull off the victory there. We were both on the right side of that game, surprisingly.
You go.
I'm going San Fran. They're just a better football team, more weapons, better defense, better pass rush, better quarterback. Do they go back to they got to keep Dalton because he just won last week? I just think San Fran wins this game by 10-17. So you're going to be 9.5. If it was 10.5, I'd go Saints, but it's not. So give me San Fran.
I think San Fran wins between 7 and 10, and the line's 9.5. So if I do the math, I could be closer to the other side. Give me the Saints to cover. I don't know, Drew. I don't like it. Like, you know what I mean? We were making really bets on every game. I'm never confident with betting on Andy Dalton and the Saints. But I'll tell you one thing, the 49ers in Mexico the week, it's just one of those things. You blow at Arizona. I see a letdown spot. They'll win the game, but I think the Saints cover, just the way the NFL works sometimes. So I will take the dog.
It is how the NFL works sometimes. But mystery tiebreaker man is on the 49ers with me. Weirdly on my side for a lot of these games, Cam.
I hope the public is the public going to have a great week, or is he going to get smoked?
Let's hope he has a good week. All right. The Green Bay Packers going to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. The Eagles coming off of back-to-back disappointing performances, barely pulled off a win against the Colts in the game they should have lost. Hosting the Packers, Cam, you can start here. Will the Philadelphia Eagles win by 7, or will Aaron Rodgers get back on track?
I'm going to take Green Bay in this spot. I don't know why. They're
A
awful.
lot of you don't know whys today.
No, I don't. Like. I'm just telling you. I don't have to bet every game. I'll give you an opinion on it though.
You're probably going to bet it. That's Sunday Night Football. You usually
I
have
will.
money on primetime games.
I'll find a way to do some teasers, do some stuff, first halves, whatever. Yeah, you're right. I'll bet props, first touchdown score and the like. But I don't feel confident in Philly covering numbers. 2 bad weeks in a row. Arizona, Green Bay. Green Bay, if they run the ball effectively and it's a very simple concept. If Green Bay actually has long, methodical drives, they'll cover in this game. If they give the Eagles the ball, they'll lose. So it's about clock management with them. I will take the 7 with Green Bay. But as I said about everything, Drew, I don't like anything. I don't like this game is tough, man. If you think the Eagles are easy, remember, this was old Drew, no doubt, confident Nick last week.
Well, they should have smoked them, Cam, on paper.
But they didn't.
I know. And just like they should smoke the Packers on paper in this one, too.
So who are you taking?
I'm going to go back to the well. I'm going back to the Eagles. I can't trust Aaron Rodgers with my money.
I agree.
When's the last time Aaron Rodgers won us money this season? He hasn't.
Actually, when we bet against him, which has been
fair. And which is what I'm going to do again, because I think he throws some game-stealing interception. He doesn't look right. They don't have the weapons to go against this Eagles defense, but neither did Indy. So anything can happen with Aaron Jones as your running back. Mystery tiebreaker man is with you on the Packers, surprisingly.
Oh, weird.
Going against the public. I mean, would I be shocked if Aaron Rodgers covers this number? No, but I just don't see. I can't trust him with my money right now, Cam. All right, the Steelers. What a Monday Night Football game! How did this get on the schedule? The Steelers going to Indy to take on the Colts. The Colts are 2.5-point favorites at home. Jeff Saturday laying points against Mike Tomlin's team. Cam, this is disrespectful in my mind. And 72% of the public is on the Colts, so people are believing in Jeff Saturday after that game against the Eagles. And I'm saying, get off that train. Mike Tomlin will shut this offense down, and I think Steelers win this game outright, so I have to take the Steelers plus the points.
Really?
Yep.
I think Indianapolis has shown me something. The defense has been better since Saturday's there. Oh, my God. Everyone's betting Indy in this. I thought everyone would bet Pittsburgh here. I don't know what's going on, but you know what? Colts by 4. I think they cover the spread. I think Pittsburgh will be a public dog, and public dogs usually go to pasture.
They're not, though. We can see.
Things will change. Trust me. Everyone, late money will come in on the Steelers. No one's betting the Colts as a favorite. I will. Not with a lot of confidence, Drew. Unlike you, every pick that I make, I have very little confidence in. But haven't you been very impressed with what Indy's done the last couple of weeks? They almost beat Philly outright, and they went on the road and got it done against the Raiders. Matt Ryan, but then again, a statue against that pass rush. Oh, God help me. I'll take the Colts.
TJ Watt might have 6 sacks in this football game.
He might. But then again, look at Pittsburgh's offense. The Colts might have 2 defensive touchdowns.
I mean, they looked decent against Cincinnati. They were able to move the ball. Hopkins is a very good receiver. I'm learning.
They didn't cover.
No, they didn't. But they could have. But they didn't. I'm going with the Steelers. It's fine. Mystery tiebreaker man is going with the Indianapolis Colts. Both of you are believers in Jeff Saturday. Surprisingly, Coach of the Year candidate apparently in your eyes.
I never said that, but I said I like what's happened in the last 2 weeks. That's the best they could have covered. I could have been the freaking king of Scotland, Drew. They didn't cover.
Could you have? I don't know if you could have. Can you wear the Braveheart wig and freedom?
William Wallace. Yeah. Hey, what's the deal? I got to go see your parents. It's Christmas time. Can they set me up with a charcuterie package with a freezer full of meat?
Well, they don't do deli, but they do turkeys.
Do they do roasts?
Yeah, anything you want.
What do they do? Do they do pork roasts?
A pork roast, beef roast,
turkey.
God,
I got to check this place out. Okay.
Wings, anything you want.
You had me at
poultry.
Roast. Yeah, you had me at poultry and pork. Anyway, this I got to be honest with you, Drew. We've gone through this. If you think the NFL is easy, I don't know what game you're playing. I had a wicked week last week, and I'm still very apprehensive about this week.
Yeah, I would have had a best week of my life probably if the Philadelphia Eagles covered that number, but they didn't. So it was just a decent week. All right, Cam, our best bets of the week: gold, silver, and bronze. Do you want me to start with my bronze pick?
Yes, I would. I'd love you to start, Drew, because I'm having problems deciding.
My bronze pick is the Pittsburgh Steelers, the team that you just told me that would never have a chance to cover against Jeff Saturday and the glorious Colts because they're the best coached football team in the history of the league. So it's probably wrong, but I like the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this game outright. So give me the Steelers plus 2.5 as my bronze pick.
I'm going to go with my bronze pick. I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals. Do I have to lay 1.5? Yeah, they're favored, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Cincinnati minus 1.5. Sorry, I got it confused looking at the screen here. Yeah, give me the Bengals. I think they actually find a way. This is a big game for them against Tennessee. They're 6-4. They win that game. They're 7-4. Tennessee loses. They're 7-4. It's an interesting battle. I like Cincinnati. I think they find a way to finish strong at the end of the season. Bengals by a touchdown.
Fair enough. All right, my silver pick, Cam, is the New York Jets. Again, I know you didn't like this pick, but actually, no, you were on my side. You were on my side. Yeah, you were on my side.
You're telling people things that aren't even true. You know what, Drew?
No,
you know
look, funny thing I look at my sheet and I corrected myself.
Yeah, you did. But you know what? I'm going to be your friend. Me and you hanging out at the Meadowlands, buddy. I'll make the Jets my silver pick too.
I like it. So Jets minus 4.5.
So we need the Jets now for both of us.
Yeah, which is not a good sign.
No, it's a horrible sign.
We're both betting on Robert Salah to cover this number against.
No, I don't trust the Bears though. And the thing is,
if Fields is out, I think this is an easy cover.
That's the thing. We're betting on if Fields is out. You know what? They should shut him down. You're 3-8 football. Actually, they're
just
not
tank.
done yet.
Just go full tank.
It would be
full
nice.
Tank. Yeah.
You want to hear my goals? I'm going to give it to you right now.
Give me your goals.
Atlanta +4 against Washington. It's them or the Giants or a couple of. I don't want to keep on those Thanksgiving games. I probably should take one to get it out of the way, but I think Frank Falcon finds a way. This line has gone up. We got a 4.5, Drew, and yeah, wow, it's funny. Since we took it there, I think people have bet it down to 4, but I got it at 4.5 early because I told you I liked it at 4.5, and I'm keeping it at 4.5. I've already bet it at 4.5. Give me the Falcons. They're 4.5.
Yeah, they are 4.5. So you got the 4.5. My gold pick, Cam, going back to Thursday, Thanksgiving slate. Give me the Minnesota Vikings. I know it's public. I know it's a trap. I know it's primetime cousins, but if the Vikings are for real, they win this game by 2.5 points. If they're not for real, they're going to lose this game outright. I don't think it hits in between 2 and 1. So give me the Vikings minus 2.5.
Nice.
Cam, let's do a quick Thanksgiving parlay for fun. Make it for TikTok. We'll make a TikTok out of it. Give me 3 picks.
Buddy, I got a pen and paper, but you can put the TikTok video together. Okay, this is what I want us to do.
You love TikTok. I want us to
do. Actually, you know what? If I have to get a TikTok, sure. Sound, you just tell me how to run it and I'll do it. But how about we take a teaser?
Sure.
Are we going to do a super teaser or you want to parlay?
You can do whatever you want. It's a parlay.
Let's do this. Buffalo Bills money line over, Giants plus the points. Okay, no, let's just do a super teaser.
Okay, do what you want.
Buffalo minus 2.5. I'm going to do the same game. I'm going to middle it. Detroit plus 16.5. Buffalo minus 2.5. I like the Giants plus 9.5. And I don't even want to touch this New England Minnesota game. And New England. Yeah, okay. And New England 9.5. So that's a 4-game, 7-point teaser. Buffalo minus 2.5. Detroit plus 16.5. Giants plus 16.5. New England plus 9.5. How is that for a Thanksgiving buffet, baby?
It probably pays, what do you think, plus 180, plus 200?
I was going to say 200. Yeah, 2 to 1.
Yeah, it'll probably be 2 to 1.
And if I like that, if I want to do a money line parlay, Bills probably win. Do you want to get ballsy? What else are we going to do?
Actually, Bills, Cowboys, Vikings, probably, right? It's the public money line parlay. No one's going to do that, though. No money line parlays on Thanksgiving.
Okay, what are you going to do then?
I'm going the Bills minus 2.5 with the over 47.5.
Like that.
And then I'll go through 0, Vikings plus 5.5.
That's fine.
And under 49.5. I'm only doing 4 parts.
Another thing, Drew, people talk about that through 0 stuff. Just do your own thing. Like people say, oh, you don't do teasers this way and this way. So many crazy things. If New England wins,
I don't think they win by more than 5.5.
I agree with you. So, actually, I think New England wins. They probably win by like 3 or 4. Tops.
Exactly. So, I mean, yeah, but people say you tease through 0, you're automatically losing that teaser. I'm like,
I like the Giants for some reason, Drew. I almost want to put it in my minerals. This game is sticking out to me. I think they give Dallas all they can handle on Thanksgiving.
They can be your platinum or whatever the the copper,
titanium, platinum. What's the other graphite?
I don't know.
Another mineral.
All right. Survivor picks, Cam. Give us your top 3 teams you'd go with in Survivor. 9 people left in my pool. This is a tough.
Want to go balls? Want to go balls deep? The Jets. But no, I'm saying if you want to be risky and you're like in a real Survivor and you're there, when are you ever going to use the Jets? And if everyone else uses a crazy thing, if you want to be safe and just hang in there like everybody else,
I think it's Miami is going to be the popular.
I would say Miami or Kansas City.
Yeah, most people don't.
And San Francisco. Those are the 3. None of those teams are going to lose.
So you don't think San Fran or Miami loses?
No. But I'm saying if you want to have stones, take the Jets because no one else will. And if something crazy happens, you'll win your Survivor pool.
You're not wrong, but also, do you want to be that guy who goes out on Joe Flacco as your quarterback against?
I think the Jets have a great chance to beat the Bears, and you'll never use them again.
I'm just saying you don't want to be the guy who's like, "Oh, how'd you lose in Survivor?" Oh,
I will tell you this: if you're still in your Survivor pool, Kansas City's gone, San Francisco's gone, and Miami.
I still have San Fran left to pick. Actually,
okay, then take them.
I have San Fran and Miami left to pick, so I don't know. I'll probably be picking one of those teams.
Miami. Take Miami. If they lose to Houston, you might as well just jump out a window.
Yeah, I might with the amount of money the Survivor Pool is worth, Cam. All right. Anyways, thank you all for joining us. Once again, these lines have been powered by Sports Interaction, Canada Sportsbook, Ontario only, 18 plus. Please play responsibly. Get all your football bets there. And you can find us on all the audio platforms you can think of: Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts. Please rate and review, download, do whatever you can on these apps to help us out. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next week. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
This has been Drew and Stu, presented by Sports Interaction, Canada Sportsbook. Follow Drew at Producer Drew and Cam at Cam Stewart Live. May the winners be yours and all of the best bets hit.